Okay, we're giving people a minute or two to come back, and we'll see if the camera is going to work. I don't know. I'm out of ideas. It looks fine to me. You see it? It's working. Wonder what I broke. Yay, there you are. Okay. Whew. I was going to say, I didn't get any sleep last night. And if this was going to cause hassles, I was just going to go take a nap. So anyway, hi, hi Dee Dee, hi Jane, hi Angie, hi Dawn, Jane, hi Linda. Give a hug to Tim, Angie, Brenda. Okay, good. Well, I'll go ahead and repeat what I don't know what I said before, but I'll just say what I was going to say. I had been out talking to the mailman because I got 4 more entries today. Hi, Kat. Is Janet doing a Now You See Me? I am, Kat. Anyway, got 4 more entries, so y'all waited till the very last minute. You're actually late, if I'm going to be honest here. So I'm going to open the packages. I'm not going to look at them. I'll look at them when you look at them. But yeah, got 4 more today. So we've got to be up like close to 40. I'm thinking. And some of you people really don't want me to get into these packages. Just saying. Thanks, Angie. Multiple thumbs up are always appreciated. Give as many as you can. Pass it on to your friends. Like, subscribe, all that crap that you're supposed to say if you have a YouTube channel. All right. Hi again, Terry. I don't know who I've missed coming in. All right. Got 1 more to open, and then I'll start showing them. But yeah, I guess the turnout really makes me think that you guys were just waiting to use your stamps. For real. But I'm glad that little glitch got fixed, because I was in no mood for glitching today, if you know what I mean. Cat just sent me a comment. Hi. Cheshire Cat Dar. Hi, Starla. Yeah, 40 is a lot. Hi, Bossy Butt. Yeah, so I guess we'll just jump right into it. This sitting on my desk, I laid out because Dee Dee sent me these mushroom stamps. I don't remember I don't think I had them last week. Hi, Butterroll. Hi, Barbara Clark. So Dee Dee, thank you. I did stamp them out and color them. But I really have not had time to do much of anything, you guys. I mean, like, I haven't played with those stamps I ordered from Amazon. I had time for nothing. And I'd like to be able to tell you that I've been doing something really fun and awesome, but I haven't been. I mean, I've been so far behind. But I will show you the Inktobers that I got done. But I'm going to show the postcards first, because we tell people that we show them first. So if you want to see what you got, or what we got, I'll show it. Okay, this is from Brenda Ashford, who happens to be in chat. So got the self-addressed stamped envelope. Hang on. Make sure I haven't left anything in the envelope. I'm going to have to maybe move the camera or something. And she sent in multiple, 2, 4, 6, 7. Thank you for sending extras. I'm going to watercolor some postcards today, so I make sure I have plenty of everything. But hers are all a lot the same. Stamped the house and did the background. I like the text page. So they're all kind of the same, in the little spider up there in the moon. That's so cute. And then the back was just, hope this finds you well and having a great fall, Brenda. So you get a little note on this one. No, don't touch the camera. Hi, Barbara. I know. scared to do anything. So they're all slightly different, but the same basic idea. Little ghosties in the background. Cute. So Brenda, I'm so glad you participated. So, and thanks for sending the extras. Always, always appreciated. So, very cool. Hey, CB. All right. Yeah, I think they're really cute too, Kathy. All right, let's let these here, because then I'm going to read off all the different participants we had. This is from K-Berg, who is also in chat. Kathy, thanks for contributing to the postage fund. Always appreciated. And then she made me, well, Kathy, you're very sweet. Sent me this little card. Let me take the thing off. You get that cute little face. Laugh out loud. She just wrote a note. Thanks for all the time you put into this. Put this towards postage for out of the U.S. And she was very generous, so thank you. Or buy a pen. I just bought pens, Kathy. I'll show them in a minute. But thank you, Kathy. That was very generous and very kind, and I appreciate it more than you know. And then she made each Dee Dee and I a postcard. These backgrounds are awesome, Kathy. I'm not sure how you did them or if you did them on stream, but I don't know. Tell everybody in chat how you did them, because they're so textury and the colors are muted and they just so soft and you want to touch it. You really want to just touch it. So thank you, Kathy. She made one for me and one for Dee Dee, and I will include Kathy's or Dee Dee's in her envelope. But yeah, I don't know how she did the background. So tell us in chat how you did that, Kathy. Yeah, right? They just, they feel so yummy. And then these are the actual postcards for the swap, which this is really clever. It's jelly prints and leftover paper with layers of paint and leaf stamps. Well, it's very cool. I mean, it looks so yummy, you want to just feel it. But anyway, I thought this was really clever because she used a sheet of acetate with the quote on it that's attached with a, what do you call it, a crocodile or something like that? Yeah, and I like the quote too. The sheer bliss of autumn, watching leaves in their final day is watching the leaves in their final dance. It would be awesome if I could talk. But each background is really different. They're just very cool. You just want to touch them. That makes me want a jelly print. Devin makes me want a jelly print every Wednesday, but mine are not like hers. Eyelets, yeah, and you put them on with a crocodile, I think. I don't know. I have one of those machines, but mine was for sewing. So, but they're really, really beautiful. Kathy, thanks for playing with us. So if you're fortunate, you might get one of these. Hi, Colleen. I just showed Kathy's. Hopefully you got in time for that. This is from Tiana Clamison, I think. I don't know. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that last name right. And we may know her by something different that I don't know a Tiana. And she's obviously a watcher of at least Dee Dee. She wrote a note. Thank you so much. She has really nice handwriting too. This is my first time participating or even showing anyone my stuff. I'll keep my self-doubt comments to myself because I don't want to make you mad. The message is working. I've included a couple of extras in case any of them are too scary. I think mine are pretty different. I mainly do surreal collage, so she's probably a huge fan of Dee Dee. I had very few stamps, so the text is my stamp. I hope that meets the criteria. It does. If not, you can just toss them. Thank you again for all you've done. And then she told me the materials that she used. So I'll show you the postcards, and they are very much collage, but she met the criteria of something stamped, and that was the only criteria. And it's fall related, so there you go. And she used 4x6 index cards from the Dollar Tree, and she doesn't recommend. They're really, really bad. Magazines, catalogs, photos from books, rub-ons on some, stamps, and varnish on the wrinkled ones. Tried to get fancy, and that didn't go so well. Only 2 survived. Right? A train-eating pumpkin. So cute. And they're all different, obviously, because they're collage, and you probably could never make 2 the same. And then there's stickers and stuff on the back. Look at that Skelly. They're fun. Do you love them, Dee Dee? Look at these. Monkey no see, monkey no hear, monkey no say. I need to pay attention to that. Is that too scary for Tim? That's funny, Dee Dee. Yeah, I got to remember that. Okay. I don't normally do this, but I will break the rules for Tim Rents. I really will make sure Tim gets the train one, because Tim is a train guy, you know. Normally I just deal them out like cards. Yeah, her name is Tiana, Tianna. So Tiana, if you're watching this, thank you so much for getting in touch and playing with us, because these are really fun. I mean, her collage is well done. Her fussy cutting is fabulous. Yeah, I like the Skellies too. Here's just a fun pumpkin. It looks kind of like the well, he is a scarecrow pumpkin. As I say, he looks like the Scarecrow from The Wizard of Oz. That's like the 3rd day today that we've mentioned The Wizard of Oz. 2 times at Dee Dee and now. Look at the cat and the ghost. These are so cute. The witch. That's so cute. I love that dog. I know. I like them all. They're all well done. The way look at the cat looking over here like going, what? And this is what I almost did today. Extreme pumpkin carving. The last few years I've painted one of these. So I thought I'm going to do one, and it'll be some pumpkin doing something disgusting. I can promise you that. And this one's just cute. Puppy running away with the apple. But it's funny that she found, no, that's 2 different images, a bag of apples and the dog with an apple in its mouth. So Tiana, well done. Well done. And you did meet the criteria, so we will happily include you. And I hope you make yourself known if you can ever get to a live. Come to a live and introduce yourself so we can all ooh and ah to you directly. That would be awesome. Okay, now these next 4 just literally came in the mail moments ago, so I have not opened them at all. So there's a self-addressed stamped envelope, which is always nice. And I'm going to look on the back to see if she included her name. I don't know who to attribute these to. The name on the envelope is A.D. DeVille. And then on the back of the postcard, she has her YouTube channel, ADD1294 at YouTube, but not a name that is recognizable to me. So if anybody knows her name, would you put it in chat for me? So these are cute, spooky, and they're all stamped images that she's collaged together, which is adorable. Vanishing visitors. Look at the ghosty. So cute. Anybody have any ideas of who A.D. DeVille is? They're very cute. I guess it's not important that we know your name, but Poor CB is going to be mad at me now because she made sure that I agreed that I would go through everyone and make sure that people's names were on them. But it looks like she's stamped it, cut it out, collaged it. A lot of work, actually, a lot of work. It's the same thing, Dee Dee, AD. She just put AD. This is a puzzle. We need to figure it out. They're spooky cute. Yes, I did, Kathy. They just came today. In fact, I didn't. When I saw P. Marshall, all I could think of was Penny Marshall, and I knew it wasn't Penny Marshall because that's an actress. But yeah, I've got them. I'll show them here in a minute. I haven't looked at them yet, but these are really cute. And each one has a different outfit on. They're all dressed up for Halloween. Go trick-or-treating. Spooky. So, AD, I wish we knew your name. But thanks for playing with us. And I will get your mail out. I'm hoping. Yeah, my plan is to go ahead and wait one more day for the real stragglers. And then tomorrow afternoon, swap them out so that I can turn around and get them back in the mail on Wednesday. She did a self-addressed stamped envelope, Kat, but she just put her initials, A.D. DeVille. So I don't, more than half of you, 90% of you, I couldn't tell you your last names. I have to know you pretty darn well before I remember your last names. And this one is Patty Marshall. When I saw P. Marshall, Penny Marshall. No, it's not Penny Marshall. But yeah. Kathy, is she a friend of yours? Oops. Look at the cool thing she said. Oh, I dropped something. That always makes me nervous. Those are cool. All right, let me see what I dropped. I'm afraid to touch the camera or anything. What the heck did I drop? Oh, there it is. Aw, a die cut of a cage. That's cool. I like whatever she put on it. It's very sparkly and like copperish. Yep, we'll just call her Madame DeVille. There you go. She lives close. You're in an art journal club and she comes up. Oh, cool. Well, I'm so glad you recruited her to play with us because now I have some art. She could tell her she could put her name on it so I know where it comes from. That is very fun. She's put all these goodies in. Look at that fun washi. Cool. Well, tell her thank you for me. Look at a whole page of nothing but cool, fun washi. Awesome sauce. So thank you, Patty. And then I like she packaged them up really cute. I like the tissue paper. We are funny creatures, right? Before I look at this stuff, I have to look at the tissue paper that I'm going to scavenge to use somewhere. I like that. I like that a lot. And I'm going to put it in. Normally I don't move stuff out, but I'm going to put it over there too for what I show you in a minute. Out of chaos comes creativity. Yeah, maybe in some people's worlds, Patty, but in my world, chaos leads to anger. The beast needs that. Dee Dee, I have not created a beast for the last 3 months of this year. I'm so over that format that I came up with. I'm just not even going to do one. So there. Anyway, thanks so much for coordinating the swap. It's always fun to trade little pieces of art. Hope you can enjoy time creating. With thanks, Patty Marshall. So Patty, thank you so much. Oh, look at these. She's used embossing and stamping. And the haunted house is a die cut. That is very cool. And she's put yellow paper behind to make it look like it's lit up. The beast got booted. It did. That's why you get cranky. Have I been cranky, Dee Dee? It's probably because I'm not getting any sleep. I did. I kicked the beast to the curb. I was not feeling it. And when it came time to create a whole new book and start from scratch, I was just like, you know what? Last 3 months of the year are really busy. You probably won't. Yeah. So, yeah, these are way cool. I agree. And there's the back. Little cat that's got like little glitters in his body and washi tape. They are really good, Patty. Very good. I like the die cuts and stuff like that. I just don't have patience for them. Let me see. She submitted 5. So, all right. And then she put a thank you note to each one of you on the back of it, which is really thoughtful and nice too. Kathy, you got nice friends. Hi, Joyce, and anybody I missed coming in, because I'm oohing and on over this awesome artwork you guys are sending in. And then the very last one that will get shown on stream. Now, any that come tomorrow, I will go ahead and include in the swap, but obviously they won't. I won't be able to show them. Oh, I almost forgot to put her self-addressed stamped envelope in there. That's a tight fit. Okay, got it. Nope, I got one more after this one. Okay, and this is from Charmaine, and she's been hanging out with us over at Dee Dee's a lot and got my address. And she's got them all wrapped up in bubble wrap. Oh my gosh. Probably so they wouldn't stick together would be my guess. So they're all different. So let me unwrap all of them so I can show them all at once. They're cute. They're collage. You'll see. All right. I think that's all of them. Okay. The leaves and stuff are stamped. It looks like you stamped them with acrylic paint, which is very cool. And then with some collage elements and washi tape. Cute. And this one has leaves stamped and an owl. Cute. And then the back is a real postcard. Hi, Marguerite. They're also texture, you guys. When you get them, do you guys feel them like I do? Because they're so textury. Cute. Let me get a little mouse one here. I can't read what that says. Oh, harvest. That qualifies for fall and leaves. Are you guys getting a lot of leaves? We're finally starting to get a lot of leaves. I'm not sure I'm going to like it. Because this year we can't mulch them like we have in the past, but oh well. Well done, Charmaine. Thanks for playing with us. Now I'll put them back in their little bubble wrap. I think y'all are scared to death of the United States Post Office because stuff comes packaged like it's going to Fort Knox. I swear to God. I thought Dee Dee was bad. Well, y'all are just as bad as Dee Dee. Now I got to get it back in there. Pet postcards, smell new books. Exactly. I do, Carrie. Yep. Awesome card, Charmaine. And then the very last one is Jennifer Dill. Oh, this is probably Zen Jen because she was one of the last people to get in touch with me. I know how the post office. I know, Dee Dee, I know. A little thank you note saying thank you for organizing. I'm glad I was able to get these done. They're in the right format and done correctly. See you around the groups. Okay, I think we know her as Zen Jen. Falling into Autumn Lake. And then she stamped the little image. And I think they're all different. The winds blow bitterly through the woods. Cute. Collage, paint. Yeah, they feel good. The beauty of fall is in its ability to make everything look like a fairy tale. Looks like a mess to me, but that's okay. You guys have some really cool images. And the background is all stamped, so she met the qualifications. I come alive in the fall time. I like that autumn right there. Nice, nice, nice. Life starts all over again when it gets crisp in the fall. That's true. I like that October too. Cool stuff. She had a lot of owls. Autumn shows us how beautiful it is to let things go. Oh, I probably needed to hear that. Nice. Isn't everybody's take on this whole thing just so vastly different? I mean, it's just weird. And then the back, she has some stampage and different stuff on it. So it's very cool. And it is Zen Jen. She did sign hers. So awesome, Jen. I'm glad you came running in at the last minute and decided to play with us. So yeah, my plan is to get these out in the mail on Wednesday. Now, some of them I may have to take to the post office, so it may be a day or so later than that. I'll try and get into town Thursday at the latest. But let me just run through. Dee Dee told me to write everybody on a list, but I didn't. So I've got to bring the whole box over. Hang on. We got to turn around. All right. I'm going to read off quickly everybody who participated. Okay. All right. So the first ones were mine. And then the next one was Alyssa, Dee Dee, Ann Lar, Karen Evans, Sharon Lombard, Lena Schweiker, Kathy Arbor, Dawn Pfister, Starla Arts, Linda and Tim Rentz. This one doesn't have the name, but I know by the address that it's Terry Brett. CB, Carol Boudreau, Anne-Marie Davis, Conroe, Texas. This has to be APG Jamie. Michelle Dow, Regina Brown, Janice Johnson. A lot of these don't have their actual name, but I can tell by where they live who it is. This one doesn't have a name. Let's see if I could find it quickly. I should be able to pull out the self-addressed stamped envelope, right? Oh, Allison Taylor. Oops, I lost my place. Okay, that one was APG Jamie. Regina. Janice Johnson. That's that one. Joanne Newman. R.S. Cole. Let me see if I can pull out this one. Renee Cole. Just put up with me for a minute. I should have probably taken Dee Dee's advice. Jane Litterick. Bossy Butt Yolande. Becky Gallagher. Ruth Edwards. A lot of these people are first timers too. Hang on, got to look it up again. Pamela Livingston. Kimberly Iwanowski. I hope I'm pronouncing names right. Cindy Levin. Can't tell from location. Trina. I think it's Nelson. Yep, Trina Nelson. A lot of new people too, you guys. A lot of new people. Jeannie Spalding, that's Mama 4. Sista. Cynthia. Oops, that one I just dumped, so that's what I live in fear of. Leona Jean. And Missy Johnson. So those are all the people who participated. That's incredible turnout, you guys. Incredible. So let me put this over somewhere else. But yeah, I'll be switching all these out come tomorrow afternoon. And I'll have a lot of stuff for the trash. That's so awesome. And it makes me think you guys really like using your stamps and stuff. So Dee Dee and I were talking. We're not going to do another swap between now and Christmas because there's just not time. And the holidays are always busy. But I think next year, remind us, because we're old and forgetful, maybe we'll do a Christmas one because, I mean, how many of us have Christmas stamps that we only get to use at Christmas time? So maybe start it in October and give us plenty of time to work on it. And then you can also get your stuff back in time for the holiday. So hi, Joan. Anybody I missed coming in? So I don't know. We can look forward to that. But do like a Christmas one. You and Dee Dee are not old. Are you kidding? I'm as old as dirt. I think Dee Dee's 3 months younger than me. She's either 3 months younger or 9 months older. I do want to make it. You need to make a Christmas costume for Lucy. For your stamp? Of course you do, Devin. So, yep. We'll be getting all of that out of here really, really soon. All right, so let me catch you up on my Inktober. And I have not been posting this on Instagram. I'm mature. I am too, Joyce. Well, I'm not really, but what the hell. You're 3 months younger. That's what I thought. So, yeah. So Dee Dee's young, but I'm the old wench. And we won't even talk about CB. You get to go on Medicare for your birthday? That's awesome, Kathy. That is a milestone in life. Anyway, so yeah, I haven't been posting my Inktober, but I have been crazily trying to catch up and keep up. So I went through them once before, but I'll just flip through them again. But yeah, I'm not sure if I will ultimately end up posting them on Instagram or not. It just seems like such a huge, big hassle at this point. Older than dirt. Well, not dirt. Moon dust, CB. Hey, Regina. I just showed everybody's cards that I got in. So this week I will go ahead and get them out to you guys. This one is almost an optical illusion to me. Your manure? Don't admit that in public, Barbara. So I haven't gone overly crazy doing these, but I have to say I'm pretty happy with most of them. Oh, that's... Did I do that same? No, I didn't do that design twice. I just did 2 with circles in the middle. And I say, did I do 2 of those? I like this one. So I can't believe we're at 21 days. Ugh, can you believe that? I do like this one, and I would like to do this one bigger. Thanks, Bossy Butt. Thanks, Terry. This one looks like organisms that are probably not good for you. I don't know why they have kind of a brown tint. Probably the lights. And you can tell which ones I spent a little bit of time on and which ones I just pretty much hurried through. Thanks, Joan, CB. This one I like too. Thanks, Regina. This one I think I did on stream last week. Not one of my favorites, but not the worst I've ever done. And then this signature is part done. And some of them are just designs like this one. This is a design I've just had set aside that I wanted to draw for so long. You're too older than me. You're 58. Well, I've got you beat by a few years, Angie. This one I like too because I like the black background with the dots. And I can see some places I need to smear out the graphite. This one I ended up not liking at all. This one is maybe my favorite, and I'd like to do this one bigger as well. Yeah, it's a lot of effort. Yeah. So that's where I'm at. This is the one for today that I actually did yesterday because I got all my stuff done a little bit early. But I do like this one. And I think it would be awesome drawn bigger, or even just one of the squares done bigger. So I'm doing my best to keep up with Inktober. May or may not post them. Haven't decided yet. Yeah, we'll have to see. I don't know. And then I did get an Amazon order, and I got the pens that I had ordered before that they had failed to send. This is I got one of them out here somewhere, I think. The Uniball Jetstream. And I bought them because they have this really, really fine nib, 0.38. And they were permanent, which is what I want. Thanks, Bossy Butt. The only thing I don't like about them, and I haven't used it enough really. I did a couple of those Zentangles with this over the weekend. The only thing I would say that I didn't like about it is that it skipped a little bit on the paper, and that could be the paper I was using. I was using the B sketch paper, that big old Mamba Jamba pad that you can buy at Walmart. That's what I've been doing the Zentangles on. And that's why I'm only doing them one-sided, because you can see that they go through the back, so I can't really draw on this side of it. And the only thing I didn't like about them was, like all ballpoint pens, they get that little blob of ink. And that annoys me. That doesn't mean they're horrible pens. I think on good paper and continuous writing, you may not have that issue. But I was, like coloring areas in, drawing lines, and they would get a little blob of ink. Dee Dee tells me what I need to do is just keep a Kleenex in my other hand and wipe it off. I don't think I should have to do that. But I'm glad that it's a really fine nib pen, permanent ink. And most of the Uniball pens that I show have been the permanent ink. Oh, I don't want to put that one back in. So, but this is all I ordered. So if it turns out that I really don't like them for whatever reason, I haven't invested in a gross of them, which I'll order pens by the gross. Won't bother me a bit. And then last week or the week before, Barbara Chicken Pot Pie Society recommended this book called The Secret Lives of Color. And see, if I was going to keep the tissue paper, because it matches my book. But it is a very cool book. And Barbara wrote me back and said, you can probably find most of the information out on the internet, but I'm not going to spend that much time. But it goes through every color. It's almost like the color cubes, only it's the color cubes of information, right? So I have all the colors here. All I have to do is pick the page numbers, Dee Dee. So I think I'll keep this on the back of my toilet. But anyway, it goes through every color. And let's just read Scarlet since I opened it there. And it'll give you information about that color. Now, who knows? Toy going to put this book on. Okay, for Scarlet, I'll just give you a little example of what it says. On February 8th, 1587, Mary, Queen of Scots, was executed after 18 years imprisonment. Now, see, this sort of useless information is so in my wheelhouse. I love this. Contemporary accounts of her death at Fotheringhay Castle are gruesome. Several report that it took 2 blows to sever her neck. Others say that when her head was held aloft, her wig came off to reveal a near bald scalp of a sick old woman. That's what they're going to do to me. What many agree on, however, is that before the execution, Mary carefully removed her somber outer clothes to reveal a bright scarlet undergown. Sympathetic onlookers would have no difficulty unraveling her intended message. Scarlet was closely associated in the Catholic Church with martyrdom. For those hostile to the Scottish Queen and her faith, however, her bright red dress was a clear link to the archetypical Scarlet Woman, the biblical whore of Babylon. So it's more like what part Scarlet maybe has played in history, which, Barbara, thanks for recommending this, because this is the sort of stuff I love. Just open the book and read about it. It is gruesome, but Devin, if you read accurate accounts of history, there's a lot of our history that is incredibly gruesome. So yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, we could all sit here and talk about things that have happened that we probably aren't proud of now, whether it be execution, slavery, I don't know. You could probably mention a ton of things, but it's funny that something like that would have a color associated with it, or that somebody would associate a color with that event, because everybody knew about Scarlet Women. But when we pick up scarlet to use it in our art, do we think of that? Do we think about the historical importance of that color? So, Barbara, I do appreciate. Read another one for CB. All right, this is Baker Miller Pink. I don't know what Baker Miller Pink is, but we probably have all used it. In the late 1970s, which I was in college, so you can pretty much guess what I was doing, American cities were scourged by wave after wave of drug epidemics and spiking violent crime rates. So when in late 1979, a professor announced that he had found a way of making people less aggressive, the nation pricked up its ears. The secret, Alexander G. Schaus announced in the pages of Orthomolecular Psychiatry, now that's a book I would love reading, was a sickly shade of bright pink. Over the course of the past year, Schaus has conducted numerous tests. First, he had measured the physical strength of 153 young men, half of whom had stared at a deep blue piece of cardboard for 1 minute, the other half at a pink piece of cardboard. Now, there's a footnote that I'd have to go find. Yeah, it's probably at the back of the book. We're not going to do the footnote stuff. But anyway, all but 2 of the men shown pink were weaker than average. Intrigued, he used a more accurate measure of strength. I knew I couldn't pronounce this word. Dynamometer to test 38 men. Pink did for every one of them what a haircut had done for Samson. Away from the lab, the hue seemed just as effective. On March 1st, 1979, two commanding officers at the U.S. Naval Correctional Center in Seattle, Washington, Gene Baker and Ron Miller, turned one of their holding cells pink to see if it would have an effect on the prisoners. They carefully added 1 pint of semi-gloss red trim paint to a gallon of pure white latex paint to obtain the perfect Pepto-Bismol shade, and set to work coating the walls, ceilings, and ironwork of the cell. Before this, violence had been a whale of a problem, said Baker. And over the next 156 days, there wasn't a single incident. Similar results were reported at the Cooper Youth Center in San Bernardino. In fact, reported Dr. Paul, people need to get names like Smith, Bacacumeni, happily. It has worked so well that the staff must limit their delinquents' exposure because the youngsters become too weak. Who would have thought, right? Schaus began making public appearances to demonstrate how the newly christened Baker Miller Pink, named after the two officers in Seattle, there you go, that's where the name comes from, the officers who mixed the paint, could sap the strength of even the toughest man. During one memorable television appearance, he tried it out on the reigning Mr. California. The poor man could barely complete a single bicep curl. It soon became something of a pop culture phenomenon in America. I won't read any more, but it crept over the seats of bus companies, the walls of housing estates, small town drunk tanks, hence its other nickname, Drunk Tank Pink, and finally the visitors' locker rooms at college football stadiums. Now that's dirty pool right there. This last use led to a ruling that football teams could paint visitors' locker rooms any color they chose, just as long as the home team's locker room was painted to match. Okay, there you go. They got rid of the unfairness there. So you got to wonder something like that. It's interesting. Now wasn't there a, hi Ruth, Sheriff Aparo, I think out of Arizona. Didn't he do that? Didn't he paint his prison pink and make him wear pink clothes and stuff? That's so crazy. Look what you learn when you come here. Absolutely useless information that probably you're going to tell somebody at some point. So the whole book is full of nothing but this. So I will have a ton of fun reading this. So, Barbara Chicken Pot Pie Society, thanks for making me smarter. I don't know that I'll keep that in there. I probably am going to make a bookmark out of that, honestly. Cool book, right? And then the last thing I got in my order, I didn't go all crazy, and there were no watercolors, but boy, Xandrich was trying to get me to buy some yesterday. That girl showed a haul from Australia. How you like that? My mom painted my younger sister's room Pepto-Bismol pink. That's funny, Brenda. It is a great book recommendation, and I'm not unhappy that I bought it. And I like the cover. I like the polka dot color. And they put a coat on it, so they're a little shiny. It's awesome. Happy day in my life. I need a new butt. You guys, Devin made me do this. That Devin is a terrible influence on me, I swear. And she is bossy because when she says something like that, I do it. I don't even question. I don't want to make her mad. So it's just like, okay, you say I need that book, I'm buying the book. The book's on the way. See? Who's smarter? Devin or Barbara? Devin made me do it. I need a new butt. But I have to say, you guys, I sat down and read this the minute it came. And it is so cute. The author is funny. I mean, I'm sure Dawn and I would be fast friends. But the illustrations are so damn cute. So that's exactly the whole premise, cat and paste. I need a new butt. Mine's got a crack. I can see in the mirror a crack at the back. Look at that. You're looking in the little mirror. Got little shiny spots on his butt. Did I do it on the slide? This book would be really fun to illustrate. And look at the look on his face and his little legs sticking up, or on the banister inside, or when I jump my BMX, or with the fart that happened next. Of course, the fart. That's what blew my butt apart. Split the thing clean in two. Now I wonder what to do. I need a new one, a green one or a blue one. Look at this crazy dog down here. You can hear Mary laughing out loud at it. A fat one or a thin one, a wood one or a tin one. There's a special on butts today. Why not an arty farty butt? One not to be forgotten, with watercolors on the top and a mural on the bottom. Or yellow spotted, purple dotted, a butt with color, a butt with flair, a butt as bright as I dare to wear, a butt as bright as Dad's underwear. Or maybe an alien's butt made from a metal like titanium, fireproof, bulletproof, bomb-proof. Look at the aliens. Oh my God, and the dog in the alien ship. I just love this. I'd like a butt that's safety rated. The right butt, a knight's butt, a butt that's armor plated. Now, when somebody said you need to draw an armor plated butt, who would come up with that? What about a bumper butt made of chrome? Why not, I say, from a 1960s sport coupe, one made in the USA. Got headlights on his butt. With accessories to complement, like strips of silver smoothly bent, a set of lights left and right for backing round in the night. With a bumper butt, I won't be scared because bumper cracks can be repaired. But a bumper butt is huge. A bumper butt weighs a ton. I've changed my mind. I want a lighter one. Getting to school on a forklift. I know, every time you look at it, you can see something you didn't see before. A rocket butt, I'll fire and thrust. A robo butt. Now that butt's a must. Look at all this stuff you could do with a robo butt. And the dog, look at the dog going, what the hell? No, I think it's all too late. This crack butt is my fate. Dog for sale, I need a new butt. And I'm here on my own in this crack butt zone. No one to care, no one to share. Wait, what's that I hear? This is outrageous. Are butt cracks contagious? Dad, your butt crack is showing. And Dad, there's no way of knowing just how far it's going. His butt fell off. Is that not funny? So Devin, thanks for making such an awesome recommendation. I need a new butt. And I don't know, I probably will go in here and try and recreate some of the funny things. Like the dog in these is funny. The expression on the dog is so funny. So yeah, I probably will selling the dog to buy a new butt. That's desperation right there. So that's all I had to show. That's probably enough. Took me a whole hour. But I was going to do a extreme pumpkin carving today, but I'm going to do that next week. So I thought this, because I haven't had a whole lot of chance to play with my new watercolors, I thought today I would watercolor some postcards, so in case I need extras to make sure everybody gets 5 in their return envelope, I thought I would just watercolor some. And I did one before. I don't know where it is though, but I thought I would watercolor some of these house mouse postcards and use the Kuretake, either the 48 set or the Art Nouveau set. That the one I showed that I had done, I was just playing this morning while Dee Dee was streaming. That's all done with the Art Nouveau set. So, but I have to say, even though I haven't used them a whole lot, the thing I like best about these Kuretake is when you re-wet them, how the paint moves, and you can get some really good, interesting techniques with that. So this was the Art Nouveau set, but there was a couple colors that I was pretty disappointed in. And I thought, well, maybe I'll do the other ones with the 48 set. Now, another thing I've got planned, and I've told you, I'm going to make wooden trays for these because this set, look, it takes up my whole space. So it's not, it's too big. The swatches are awesome, aren't they? Your little cheat sheet. You need a cheat sheet. No, actually, it's not just rulers, Dee Dee. It's I use the that 1/8" painter's tape to tape it all off, so I don't have to worry about. And you can go faster that way too. So yeah. And then look on this one. I forgot to draw the black line before I started, so those two don't have the black line, but the rest of them all do. So yeah, I think I'm going to use this. But when I make the wooden tray for these, which I've done all the measurements, it's all planned out. I just need to find time now to do it. I'm going to cut it in half and maybe move some of the paints around, like put the pink up here closer with the red, because that's in all my other sets. That's how I have it. And I'm not sure what their methodology for laying this out, but I'm going to lay it out different, I think. But I'm going to use these, but I can't leave them on the table. You can look at the swatches and drool all day. I know, cat and paste. But I think I'm really loving these paints, and I have not used them that much. If you look at them, they look like they haven't been used at all. They have a little bit, but not much. So, yeah. So these are the three. That one got a booger on it, but that'll be okay. These are the 3 stamps that I got out and stamped. So we'll just do this one first because it's got the biggest image. Probably should have done this one like 5 times. I'm going to pull you guys in closer. And I'll try and come up with a palette of colors that I think I'll use. I did like the sky color in this one. And that's out of the Art Nouveau set. So maybe I'll use that one. Let's look at the blues that are available on this. Oops. Oh, man, that almost went just bam. Caught it in time, boys and girls. Make sure I got them back in. Yeah, I got them right back in. Whew. That was close. I was going to be picking up pans off the floor. Yeah, I don't think there's, well, I don't know, the cerulean, if I did that light enough, it would be a pretty blue. All right, let's do that. You love house mouse? Oh, my mother loved house mouse so much. That's why I have these stamps. My mother did this. I didn't do this. And I did remember to get some clean water. Well, semi-clean. I really need to scrub this whole jar. All right, so there's the cerulean for the sky. And I'm going to mix enough that I can do all 3 cards. I do love these nice, huge, big pans that the Kuretake is in. And there's another set. Devin mentioned it last week, the Sumi ink, the Kuretake Sumi ink ones. I have not ordered it yet because I just don't know if I need it, I need a piece of paper to try this on. Yeah, that's a nice blue. Yeah, we can do that. And then this one is entirely up in the sky, so I don't need any ground for it. Don't need ground for that. Okay, this one I'll need ground for. Let's see. Maybe I will just use. I'm going to use some out of the Kuretake set. I really like this yellow brown that they have in this one. It's really nice. So we'll use some of it. I won't need it until the last one, so I probably shouldn't even be mixing it yet, but what the heck. That's good enough. And then I need, let's look at skin tone. Actually, I like the Potter's Pink for the skin tone, so we're going to use that again. So I'm going to use some of each, apparently. And I just put my finger in the wet paint because I'm brilliant that way. So I'm not telling you to buy them, but I'm liking the Kuretake paint, you guys. Are you going to combine both sets in your new box? I wasn't going to, Devin, because I was going to try and save these awesome swatch sheets. So I didn't have to redo them. Well, I'll have to on the ones that I move anyway. So yeah, I don't think I am. Should I? The mice are precious, I know. They're very, very cute. Very, very cute. Okay, and for the leaves, let's use yellow ochre is always a good color for a fall leaf. And these leaves to me look like oak leaves. So because they're covering my yard, I pretty much know what colors they are. And burnt sienna is good for the leaves. And I probably have mixed way too much paint, but oh well. And then the little house mouse guys. Now, one thing about the Art Nouveau set, I love that yellow brown. That is such a yummy color. But in the Art Nouveau, like this beige is about the only brown you get. And then the Venetian red kind of has a brown cast, but yeah, they're like no browns in the Art Nouveau set. But surprisingly, in the 48 set of the Kuretake, the only real brown you get is the raw umber. I was surprised when I started looking for the browns. It was like, y'all don't believe in brown over there in Japan? So, yeah, we'll have to go with the raw umber because it's really the only brown we've got. And I can lighten that using the beige or one of the others. But, yeah, if you want a selection of browns, you're going to be maybe a little disappointed. Not only are your watercolor charts a work of art, they really show the true color. Yeah, I have to say, but I'm thinking, Kat, that it has as much to do with the paint as the paper or anything else. This Kuretake paint just behaves so beautifully on, and this is some really inexpensive Fabriano Studio. I'm thinking, let me think. Hot press paper because I had to stamp the image and I wanted a nice stamped image, and you can't get that on cold press. But I have to say the paints worked really well on this inexpensive sheet with zero texture. So yeah, I don't need those. I don't need those. I don't need those. I hear you, Kat. I'm not sorry that I did it, if that'll help at all. Really not sorry at all. And then I'm going to get the beige gray out of the Kuretake set. And we'll start with those. And if I need any more, I'll have to get them out. Most of the time, I do not go directly from the pan. But if I need a small little red or something for their nose, I'll just take it direct from the pan. All right. I think that'll be enough for now. And later on, when I ask where my phone is, it's under the paint, okay? You bought the granulating set. What do you think of it, Vale? I don't even like the opaqueness of them, but the chart, Well, so they're not really opaque, Kat. Like if you look at the black line underneath them, they're really not opaque at all. Even the, I didn't put the black line on the Art Nouveau, but I would say they're not opaque at all. So they are this, and I wish I knew the artist's name, Kat. Yeah. But like, look here where I've dropped water a couple of times, like right there and there. If you like how adding water gets the paint to move or picks up so nicely, these are the best ones I have for that. Save up your money, Vale, or just tell yourself you have a birthday coming up. That's pretty much what I do with everything. Oh, I got a birthday coming up. I actually do have a birthday coming up. It's less than a month now. Okay, I'm going to get, oh, well, I'll paint the back, so I don't care. I was going to say I was going to put it on a piece of paper or paper towel or something so I don't trash out the back, but I'll paint the back. They are fun to play with. Surprising results, absolutely. And I'm using the big paintbrush to do the background because I'm just going to do wet on wet so I can get it done pretty quickly. And if you want me to get in closer, just holler at me. Now, I don't know what it is, and it's got to have something to do with the binder, but the water, when you're using these watercolors, gets really dirty really fast. So I don't know what they use as a binder. I probably could go look. But your water gets really filthy. And of course, I can't get too close to these little mice because they're little. So I'll just go in later with the light blue. So other than that, I haven't been arting much. I'm just proud of myself that I got caught up with Inktober after the first week being so far behind. I was just like, oh, maybe you don't even want to do it this year. But I thought, Zentangle shouldn't be that hard. And then I go and pick elaborate ones to do. But oh well. But this week I shouldn't be that busy. I hope. I hope. I hope. Try and keep it kind of moist so I can come back. It's always fun to play with new stuff. I think that's probably my biggest downfall is I don't need any of this crap, but I like playing with new stuff. And Dee Dee's got something on order that I am not going to order. I'm not going to order it. I'm not going to order it. She'll probably have it by Wednesday, but I am not going to order it. I am trying to be careful around their little feet. A lot of it I can go clean up later, but the light color on them, I probably cannot. Oops, see? I just painted that guy's whole tail. His whole tail. Let's see if I can get that picked up. Nope. I'll have to do something really opaque for his tail. Oh, well. So my plan for these is to give them away in the postcard swap so that everybody gets at least 5 and I'll just keep dealing them out until they're gone. So if you were one of the early ones to get your stuff in, because I'll put them in the order that they came, and that's how I've been storing them in the box, is however they came to me is the order that they're put in when they're dealt out. So if I finish dealing them out and everybody's got 5, I'll just go ahead and start over and give all of them away until they're gone. So there's one of the advantages of getting your stuff in early. You might end up with 6. I'm going to try and make this kind of a streaky fall sky. Because, oh, I'm sorry, I'm not even on camera. I suck so bad. Cat and Paste, I think they do 100 one. You'll have to check. Go to the Gonzai Tambi or the Kuretake website and look up the Gonzai Tambi paints. They've got 100 set on there, but I think it's got all the individual sets. See, I've ordered all mine as sets on Amazon. I don't know if they have the 100 set on Amazon. But I think the 100 set has probably the individual sets all just as one. But if not, tell me so I know. I won't be ordering. I won't be ordering the 100 set. I will not be doing it. Actually, I want the stripes going down like this. Just adding some little bit of texture. If I don't like this first coat, I can go over it again. So don't be freaking out yet. Because I'm not ordering. I might look at that Sumi ink for my birthday. Because I really do, in real life, have a birthday coming. I use that excuse a lot, but in real life, it is coming up. Hi, Sharon. Sharon, you'll have to go back and look at the postcards that we got this week. See, I don't spend a lot of time, and I'm not real careful because I've learned that I can go back and fix a lot of things. Now, I wasn't sure on this paper how much I was going to be able to go back and fix, but and I'm going over the lines, and that's fine. Hopefully, it won't be that noticeable. I don't think you're going to grade it when you get it anyway, because you'll be so excited about all the different fun art that you got that grading my watercolor will be the least of your worries. Right? Right. Okay, another thing I like that I did on that first one, in the Kuretake set, they have this grayish blue that to me just looks like a fall sky. So I'll just put a little bit out over here. Oh, you know what? Wait a minute. Let's try one of these. Oops, wonder what I dropped. Find it later. I have never really used these special effects brushes. I'm going to get one of those out and try it. Let's try this one. This is an experiment. I have no idea what to expect from this paintbrush. And I'll wipe over this like I did the other one. I don't know if these brushes are just a gimmick or what. Little texture in the background. Cat and Paste wants to know if they dry chalky. Not in the least, Cat and Paste. If you can tell on this one, let me see if I can get the light right on it. They're not the least bit chalky, Cat, but you can see they do dry with a little bit of a sheen. There, is that, can you see it now? But not chalky at all. And that's why I'm not sure what their binder is. You can see it up here on this red one really good. There, you can see it's got a little bit of a sheen to it. Yeah. Very nice. Very, very nice sheen. I would not call these chalky at all. Now, if you've ever used the Prima pastel colors, and you would have thought I would have had it with the Art Nouveau. Now, they don't have quite the sheen, but I don't know. I could have done something different on this one. But they're a nice matte finish, but not the least bit chalky. Like, normally, if I did that, that would bother me. The chalkiness on my finger, that would bother me. Not in the least. And if anybody else in chat has used them, tell her what you think. Because they are kind of an investment. But, Cat and Paste, think of this. Like, I don't know how much you end up paying for. Oh, I got this paper towel wet, and I could just as easily do this with a baby wipe. But now I'm going in and taking off some of it. So hopefully there'll be some, like cloud effects with it. But if you ever use the Prima paints, especially the pastel ones, to me, they were incredibly chalky. They had good pigment, but they just felt chalky to me. I would not describe these as chalky in the least, not even a little bit. So, yeah. I want to give the impression of like clouds flying by, right? Yeah, the Art Nouveau set is way more muted. Is there a set of 60 brighter than the Art Nouveau? Just wondering because I have granular. Vale, you'd want to go with their regular colors, not the Art Nouveau. And I did buy, they have like a metallic set and a gem tone set. I'm trying to think. I wouldn't call any of them bright colors. This set is probably the brightest, and this is the 48 set. So let me look. I put my other sets over here. Let's see. We'll just take a little break and take a little trip down watercolor lane. I do not like these boxes at all. They're hard to get open. I should just rip them and get rid of them. But I did go ahead and swatch these. Don't turn them over upside down because a pan will fall out. Just saying. Okay, this is the Pearl Color set, and it's got like kind of a metallic finish. Not totally in love with it, but I mean, it will have its uses for sure. And it, like, look at it against the black. The bottom half is on black. Like on the white, you can kind of see the colors, and those lights are almost too bright right now. But then when you get it on the black, you can't see the color at all, but it is still very, very metallic looking. So that is the Pearl Color set. This would be probably the last set I would buy, but Amazon had a deal for these 3 sets for like 30 bucks. So you were paying about $1 a color. And that's what I was going to tell you, Cat and Pace. When you buy the sets like this, you get a lot of colors for like $1 each, which you know what Daniel Smith and the others cost per color. This is the gem set. It's not quite as sparkly on the white, but there's something snotty about this. And when I say snotty, it's like when you're painting with them, they don't flow really smooth. It's almost like you're fighting the binder or something, but they look awesome on the black. So I guess each set has its own use. But this was a totally indulgent purchase that if I had it to do over again, I may or may not do it. Okay, bye, Joan. Go have a great evening. I'm pretty sure it's evening there. These are just the metallics. If you have the Finetech Calero, I would say don't order these. They're probably not as well made as the Finetech. And then this is the Graphitint ones, which I love the muted colors. But yeah, so those are the only colors I know about. But the brightest ones are in the 48 set I got. All right, let's see what I just dropped in my lap. A piece of a leaf. Can you believe that? Okay, we're going to leave the back. Or you know what? Well, let's go ahead. What the heck? What the heck? Since I'm just experimenting anyway, I'm going to add some more water. I'll add it over here and over here. And see if I can pick up. I need to clean that up before it ends up everywhere. Okay, you can see how easily it picks up. That, I love that about it. It picks up awesomely. So you can get effects that you might not be able to get otherwise. So, yeah. Well, I don't want you to spend your money wastefully, you know, like if there's something you're really looking for, really want, I don't mind showing what I have because I just spend money recklessly. And who cares? All right, let's go ahead and do the mice face next so they can be drying and I can paint the mice bodies later. And I'm switching around paintbrushes. They always say paint with the biggest brush you think you can control. This is probably a little darker than I might have liked, but oh well. It will dry lighter. But for these little areas, you almost need a small brush. I'll go in and get like those areas of blue at the very end. And I'm assuming they still sell House Mouse. Has anybody seen it around? I used to get catalogs for my mother with all the House Mouse products, return address labels and stuff like that. When I used to get Mom's mail, she ordered House Mouse everything. So I used to see all the products that they had. So Mom's up in heaven, happy right now that I'm using her House Mouse stuff. Actually, I hope she's doing something better than just sitting there waiting for me to use her House Mouse stuff. I hope she's out haunting people. Looking for my new butt. Yeah, the pearl and the gem, they don't photograph at all. And this guy's tail, I got totally blue, so. That will be hard to get rid of, but hopefully they'll sit on top and it won't be that big a deal. Now let's do the leaves. They're House Mouse coloring books on Amazon paper. Okay. Is there still a current catalog? If you're thinking about the same thing I'm thinking, there used to be a catalog that you got. I forgot about that, Cat. I should call you Dar. When Cat and Paste and Cheshire Cat are in the same chat, it gets confusing. I used to get a catalog called Currents. I didn't even know if they still made it anymore. What the heck? Look at that crazy paint, how it's separated. Now that's out of the Art Nouveau set, I know, but I wasn't going to use that. See, I almost got tricked by the paint. Z loves anything sparkly, gem, pearly. And I've never been a huge fan, but I do love that mica ink. And I've got some more coming. I keep hoping it's going to show up every day. Not of the mica ink, but another product by Kuretake. But it's going to be a secret for right now. Oh, I'm going to water that down a little bit. I just want kind of variegated color for the leaf. So I'll let that move for a minute or two. And I haven't decided if I want to put a quote or something, you know, on the card somewhere. So when you get it, it might have something that it currently doesn't have. But I didn't have time to look up quotes or anything. Ooh, that's a lot. Oh, I forgot some green. Now I'll go directly from the pan. Okay, while the leaves dry, I'll do the little mouse bodies. I was going to use the yellow. What was it? Yellow brown, I think, for the undercoat of these. And I might go back with some colored pencil or maybe a little marker or something to highlight areas. I'll just wait and see how they end up turning out. I have a hard time getting away from finishing everything with a Prismacolor. And that reminds me, go watch Cat and Paste videos from this weekend. They're so good. She did one that was everything she's done for the last month, mid-month to mid-month. They're all so good. Her use of light is amazing, in my opinion. And then the other one was out of a Halloween book. So they're really good. Really, really good. I'm glad she opened up that YouTube channel. It's nice to sit with your cup of coffee and just watch somebody else's work. And it's nice, of course, the one where she did the petals was fun to watch because, you know, you could actually see the process and learn what she does, how she uses different products to get different techniques and stuff. So it's not like you're going to school. I like the ones too where I'm just looking, you know, it's kind of like eavesdropping. Yeah, I like those. Another thing, you guys, if you don't have watercolors or you want to try, you know, watercolor techniques, and I do this a lot. If I don't have a color in one of my sets or I don't want to dig out a set to look for the color, if you've, and Dee Dee's told you about 1,000,000 times, let me see if I can grab the right color here. Okay, Dee Dee has shown 1,000,000 times these Crayola Super Tip markers. Say I wanted a little bit of darker brown that I didn't have. If you just color the Super Tip out on a non-porous surface, it like sits right on top. So I can take my paintbrush. Now you can do as much or as little as this as you want. But if I want to use this for a shadow, I can go in there and use it just like watercolor to get the shading that I might want. So if you have the Super Tips, don't be afraid to turn them into watercolor. I do it a lot, especially when I just need a quick color and I don't want to go in search of it. I'll just use the Super Tips. The only time I would caution you about doing something like that would be if you care whether or not it's light fast. And if you care whether or not it's light fast, then I would maybe worry about it a little bit, but not much. So while we're all sitting here talking about buying all these fancy dancy watercolors, you probably have some of the best watercolors out there just with your Super Tips. So don't be afraid to do that. I do it quite a bit. This one I'm not, that one I kind of spread all out. This one I'm just going to do the shading. Works out really good. Yeah, Super Tips are really versatile. You can do lettering with them. You can just do so much. And if you want it lighter, just add more water. Just don't use it pure. I don't know how. And I'm going to leave that out because I'm probably going to add some up here in these leaves. I'm going to add some little bit of water because it really did disperse that color. And actually, I was looking this morning for the extreme pumpkins that I have painted the last couple years. And so I was looking through a bunch of art. You guys, I have art stuffed everywhere. I really do. It's stuffed everywhere. But I found on one stream, I did a comparison of some watercolor sets, and I used the actual watercolors and painted the same picture 2 separate times. And I had written on the back, otherwise I would have totally forgotten what I had done. But honestly, in the quality, and remember, same artist, so if it was crappy painting, it wasn't because of the paint. But you could not tell the difference in the way the 2 paints behaved. And I remember doing it, and I know I was pretty careful to, do the same techniques, the same whatever, on each of them, and then a quote. But yeah, if you just want to mess with watercolors, don't be afraid to get the watercolor. Now, I can't say that about the Rose Art or some of the other less expensive brands that they sell out there, but I know what Crayolas. There is nothing wrong with the Crayola watercolors. Nothing at all. I'm going to let that dry now. Probably should hit it with a heat gun. I'm going to hit it with a heat gun. Well, no, I can do this body of this one little mouse. I think I need to water that down, though, a little bit. Yeah, that's fine. Now I'm just going to pull that color down in. I'm going to leave one of them a little bit lighter than the other, I think. Now heat it with a heat gun, and there, he looks cute. Were you ever sorry, Kat? Dee Dee asked you, but I want to know too. Were you ever sorry with the super tips? Gotta go read Barbara's poem up here. Barbara and her poems and her music. This color is so not. Let me turn off one of these lights. See if the color depiction is any better. Makes it a little dark, but you can see the colors a little better. I get used to working in the lights. Tell me which looks better, with the light or without the light. Trying to stay out of that little puddle of stuff there. Thanks, Speedy. Going into it blind, just doing it as it comes. You know what? Maybe I'll make that a little bit darker. Okay, Kat was not sorry about her super tip purchase. I've had them for years and years and have always absolutely loved them. You can do, Dee Dee has done some really good examples of doing bounce lettering with them, calligraphy type lettering. They work great for that, great for watercolor, great for just working in a background. Doing something like this is nice. When you don't feel like drawing something, I do have a pineapple ready to go that I've drawn. I just haven't had time or felt the inclination to do it yet. I do have a couple ideas for Christmas, though, that I'm looking forward to doing. And that's lightening up quite a bit. I'm going to take some of this dark in here. Creola's annual revenue is over 500 million per year. That must only 500 million, Kat. That's, I would have thought it would be higher than that, honestly. When you think about, of course, there are other brands now that sell cheaper at some of the discount stores, so maybe I shouldn't be surprised, but I would have thought their annual revenues would have been higher than 500 million. But 500 million is nothing to sneeze at, mind you. But I mean, I used to know what my branch's annual revenue was. I really thought it would be higher. All right, now I'm going to get some bright yellow. I didn't do this before, but I'm going to do it now, which is kind of a little bit muted yellow. And I'm trying to emphasize these leaves a little bit because it is the whole fall theme, you know. The leaves are kind of what it's all about. Okay, I'm going to clean up a few little spots here. Oops, didn't clean that brush out well enough. I'm turning that light back on. There we go. All right, that looks clean now. Ignore those while they dry, because they're going to stick out like a sore thumb. But hopefully they'll disappear into the background as they dry. I just don't like the white edges, so. I've never been disappointed in any Crayola product I ever have owned. And they used to make, I don't think they make it anymore, but they used to make a pad of paper, Crayola paper, and I don't know if you guys ever had it, but I could hardly wait until school season to get that pad of Crayola paper. And it was lined, and it probably led to my obsession with penmanship, because they had the middle line dotted, and oh, I love that paper so much. All right, and before that dries completely, I'll add some little bit of the orange back in. I got myself so paranoid about sticking my hand in wet paint that I'm half the time scared to put my hand down. All right, let's give the little mice some, and I'm going to go direct from pan on this. Let's give him some little blush, and I'm going to use vermilion for this, but I'm going to water it down. Maybe watered it down too much. We'll see. But some say closer. See, I would say 900 million would, closer to a billion would be more accurate. Just, I don't know. I just feel like, yeah. But they do have some competition now. But I've never tried the rose art or anything like that. I just always bought Crayola products. Give the little mice some little bit of depth. It's hard to do on these smaller drawings. I'd almost be better if I was using a Prismacolor or a marker, but we're just doing what we're doing. All right. What do you think about adding a quote? I think I'm going to use that bluish gray. to emphasize some of these downward strokes. Maybe darken those up a little bit. I'm not sure. I guess those are supposed to be snowflakes, but yeah. We'll just make them slightly darker. And I'll see what you guys are saying about adding a quote, and then I'll go look for a quote later. Quote would be nice. Okay. Now I have to decide how I want to do it. Handwriting or stamping. I don't even know if I have any stamps about fall, to be honest. I've never been one to buy a lot of word stamps, but Mom might have. All right. Hi, Goldie. Okay, Devin, yes to a quote. I've never been disappointed in Crayola Prize. I have a pack of their primary. That's the lined paper I think I used to love, Brenda. Yeah, is that primary lined paper. Okay, and this one needs to sit and dry out, but I will probably mount these since the back gets pretty trashed out unless you care for it. So, yeah. They're not horrible. Look at their little selves. Oh, one thing I do want to do before I forget. Use my new pen here. And get in their little eyes and darken their eyes up. That makes them look better. All right. One down. We'll do. Let's do that one. I'm going to say the stamp. I didn't stamp it as clearly as I might have, but oh well, let's do it anyway. Who cares? This one I'll have more area, so probably be more conducive to a quote, but I can fit a quote on anywhere. Is anybody else sick of eating? Maybe I'm not sick of eating. Maybe I'm just sick of cooking. But I was just sitting here thinking, oh, I gotta cook dinner after I'm done here. I'm sick of it. I'm like beyond sick of eating. I wish we could just take a pill and get all the nutrition that's healthy and safe for us. And then you could eat for enjoyment. Like, then all you'd need is like muffins and nachos. I'm sick of food. And I can't ever think of anything that sounds like delicious. Like, it always seems like the same crap. So tell me in chat if you're sick of food. Or maybe I just need to go rob a bank so I can hire a cook. Maybe that's what I need. Maybe then I'd love food again. Okay. Yeah, it's pretty wet. The reason I do the back wet on wet is because I really don't want any harsh lines, and this is the easiest way to get that. And for a sky, I don't necessarily want it just solid one color. I should have enough blue to finish. I hope. I read chat here in just a minute when I get some color down and re-wet the paper. And this the paper buckles when it's really, really sopping wet. But if it's anything like the other Fabriano paper I've tried, it lays down real nice and flat again. I really don't mind cooking. I just don't like cooking every day. Okay, maybe that's my problem, Kathy, is I just get tired of every day having to figure out what to eat. Do I have all the stuff? How long is it going to take? Blah, blah, blah. If I could do it, because yesterday I spent most of the day cooking. I felt like, by the time you get dinner or breakfast done, cleaned up, it's time to cook again. It's just like, does this ever freaking end? Now today I'm feeling like that again. Okay, I still have some of this blue from the other painting left over. I'm going to go ahead and mix it in with this. And remember, the paint's always dry, lighter than they look. See, I want to keep the strokes going somewhat the same way. The problem I have is I wouldn't mind going and ordering some food, takeout food, whatever. We just don't have anything close by. And it's going to get worse because winter's here. And everything around here will close for the whole winter. So have I bitched enough, or do you want to hear some more? Just asking. Right now I'm pretty much just painting with water and a somewhat dry brush to just move the paint. Now I'll go over this with paper towel. Your husband likes to cook every day, okay? I shouldn't bitch about Robert Vaughn because he truly is one of the nicest people on the planet. But Robert doesn't know the first thing about cooking. I told you guys when he came into the kitchen that one time early on. He probably lived here 5 years by then. But he came in and he says, "Where do we keep the pans?" Had no idea where even a pan was in this damn house. Because he wanted to boil a carburetor. That's when I knew this is not going to be pretty. Not going to be pretty at all. But invariably he will come in, and I can't find fault with it because it's so nice, right? But he will invariably come in when I'm cooking and say, "Can I help you with anything?" What the hell could you cook? What the hell could you help me with? You don't know where we keep the pans. You wouldn't know a tomato if it hit you in the ass. Are you kidding me? But you can't find fault with him because he asks, right? So, yeah. I try not to complain about it, but honestly, you're asking if you could do something. Honest to God, I think if I said, maybe I'll try it tonight so I can report back to you guys next week. If I said, yeah, could you make some toast? You know the first question you'd ask? Not even kidding. I'll let you guys guess in chat what his first question would be if I said, why don't you could you make some toast for me? Waiting for chat. Well, isn't that sweet? I bet Robert's not fussy though. I'm sure he oh, he is. Yeah. Well, that would be question number 2, Kat. Where's the bread? Okay, you guys are thinking along the same line. Oh, one thing you need to know. I don't keep my toaster on my counter. There you go, Devin. Where's the toaster? And then the next question, you get the toaster on the counter. You'd say, where's the bread? Where's the butter? I'm not kidding. It's like I could have had toast made 15 times by now. Are you kidding me? So, yeah. But he is the least fussy person on the planet, and invariably, and there are sometimes, what I cook is probably not the most appetizing crap you'd ever want to eat, but invariably before he gets up from the table every night, that was really good, thank you, every single time. So for me to sit here and bitch about him in any way is so wrong, so wrong, because he is always very appreciative. And the thing is, okay, now this is what it's like living with me. It wouldn't matter how good a job he did. In fact, I talked to a friend that I had all my life. He lived in my neighborhood and he practically grew up with us. And I've talked about him before. We call him Pot. His name's Gary, which was the same as my brother's name. Anyway, last time I talked to him on the phone, he said, I still remember when you taught me how to butter toast edge to edge. Because if you butter my toast, there better be butter from edge to edge, top to bottom. So see what you're up against if you were going to make my toast. I'd be like, did you cover it edge to edge? And if it wasn't covered edge to edge, I'd send it back. So, yeah. I should just shut up. Quit bitching. It's what I should do. But that's crazy that a childhood friend would say, yeah, I remember when you taught me to butter toast edge to edge. That's ridiculous. It's like, well, it's a must. My mother-in-law did a great job of raising men who can cook clean. Now, Cat and Paste, my sons were way better. Like, they could get a meal together. They could clean. They could do laundry. They could do everything. You mean you have to make toast? How do I make toast? Exactly. Yeah, they started doing their own laundry. Yeah. When they were probably about 12, maybe. Time you learn how to take care of your own stuff. All right, I'll put the yellow on first. Yeah, Jamie's actually a really good cook. But Robert, mother did, well, in all fairness to Robert too. Robert was an only child. And I think he had to help his dad a lot. You know, like Robert can fix anything. Like if an engine or something breaks, you just go buy a new one. You don't even try and fix it, just go buy a new one. Well, if Robert's in the house, you don't ever get anything new because he's gonna spend 3 times the amount to fix that. Not so much anymore. Now I'm just like, we're not fixing it. Don't even look for a part number. We're not fixing it. But I don't think Robert's mother ever made him do anything in the house, ever. Like, I'm not kidding. And I think she actually did him a total disservice. Boys should learn to do all the things that girls learn to do. And girls should have to learn how to, like, change a tire and do stuff like that. I don't think girls should have to get greasy, though. But you should be able to fix your own tire. Change it anyway, not fix it. And when I was young, I probably could do that. If you made me change a tire now, I probably couldn't do it. These are cute little mices.
What?
Cute little mices. Robert's in here getting a cookie. Thought I was talking to him. Hard to tell. I guess he's holding on to the edge of the leaf. He's in and out of here really fast. My hubs rearranges the dishes you put in the dishwasher. I do that to Robert. He rarely does that anymore, though. He will wash them off and just leave them on the counter because he knows I'm going to go in and move them anyway. He doesn't do it very efficiently. Just saying. So that's probably what Buddy's thinking, Dee Dee, is, damn, she doesn't put these in here very efficiently. This one I'm going to have a little bit more cleanup, but let's go ahead and get their little skin on here first. I have used this paintbrush for I don't know how many years, and I'm always amazed at how it has maintained its point. I take good care of it, but honestly, even the best kept paintbrushes at some point start showing some wear. This one has been amazing, so don't be afraid to pay a little bit extra for a really good paintbrush because honestly, I would have gone through 5 cheap ones in the length of time I've had this one, and it's still just as nice as the first day I took it out of the package. I can't, oh, I guess that is a hand. So I can't tell what's what. Bad eyesight. There's the little faces. Excuse me. When you bought your car, they made you change a tire? Good on them. That should be a requirement. Damn, Brenda, you must be good. Well, if you've had a tire repair shop put your tires on, they use that compressed screw machine. Robert would laugh at me right now if he heard me say that. And you almost can't get those out. I had a flat a couple years ago, and I had got it all jacked up. I had done everything, and I thought Robert's going to be so impressed when I get home and tell him that I changed the tire. They had that thing on there so tight. Robert had trouble getting it off. And fortunately, I was only a couple miles from home, so I ended up having to call him. And then what he said was, why'd you get this jacked up? Why'd you even try? Why didn't you just call me? Because I was going to have you be so impressed with me. But he was like, just call me. Probably drive across the country to change a tire for me if I called. But yeah, if a tire shop has put it on, you're probably not getting it off. Just saying. And has anybody priced tires lately? You want to have a heart attack, go price 4 new tires for your car. You'll have a flippin' heart attack. I promise you. I couldn't believe it. We just put new tires on Robert's Kia, which the car isn't worth what the damn tires we just put on it cost. These little areas are a little hard to get into. We'll see how I do with the shadows. Maybe that'll... Because the mice are hanging on to each other, so their arms are around each other. It's hard to tell. Didi was talking about Matlock this morning. If you guys haven't seen the premiere show, I agree with Didi. It's so worth watching. Go watch it. The ending is fun. So now I'm going to have to figure out and get that taped every week. And I'm not big on watching TV on schedule, so who has time to cat and face? Who has time to price tires? I agree. That's funny. Let's see, we'll get some of the orange into these leaves. They're not too terrible, Cat. You won't, hopefully you won't freak. The thing about watercolors, and I think some people forget this, it feels like a lot going in, but it's not like a product that you replace often. Like, I've had my Daniel Smith for years and years and years, and I don't use them all that much, but for a while I did. The thing is, they last forever. Like, you always have that in your arsenal. So I'm helping Kat justify buying them because, honestly, they last forever. And I use my watercolors frequently, so I don't feel a bit bad. And then another thing I would say is I'm not out buying clothes and purses and other stuff. So if I splurge a little bit on my art supplies, hi Dana. Yeah, you guys need summer and winter tires. I know we had to in Colorado too. No, they do seem reasonable. Yeah, but Kat, I don't want you to be surprised when you get them because let me pull one of these pans out. They are huge pans, but they're only probably full up maybe halfway. So it's not like you're getting the full pan, but there is more paint than I think than would be in a half pan for sure. Yeah, I had to do that when I was in Colorado. But then they got the all-season radials, and I think we quit doing that. We just had one set of tires for year-round. Excuse me. Let me take a drink. I think my throat's dry. And I'm not encouraging you necessarily to buy them, Kat, but, and I know you like Daniel Smith paints, but these are nice. They're a fun thing, but it's hard to beat a Daniel Smith or an M. Graham paint. But to me, these big pans alone should sell the paints. All right, there isn't as much curving up on these. All right, let's go ahead and use this for the darkest of the darks. This one doesn't have as many veins. I may or may not take photos of these and post them later, but I probably will. Put a quote on them before I send them or give them out in the postcard swap. Give them their little pink noses and little pink ears. Thanks, Tina. Did you have a nice nap? There's the other one I did. So I've got 3, and I'll probably do another one first thing in the morning. This one, they're still on the ground. I didn't know what those balls were, but if that's a oak leaf, then those would be acorns, but they don't look like acorns to me. But whatever. Yeah, thank God you don't have to do chains anymore. Ugh. No worries, Vale. All right, caught up with chat. Well, horse farm near here puts coats on the horses. Oh, if I had animals that lived outside, I would want to put coats on them. Especially if I had like a little miniature horse. Oh, I would love to have a miniature horse. Hey, Judio. Kite flying is not for baby mices. I think I like this one because I did the dirt, making the paint spread, and I really, really like that. But they're all different. Thanks, Kat. I might go in with some Prismacolor or marker and touch up some places here and there, but for the most part, they're okay. I like them okay. So I'm not going to, well, yeah, I'm not going to start that last one. I'm going to go ahead and clean up and have to get, what the hell. I still got 30 minutes. I can get the background done anyway, and it can be drawing while I do other stuff. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do the background on this one. I don't know. I'm going to have to play with these brushes. They're just weird. My water's getting really, really dirty. Might as well start because I'm going to have it done sometime tomorrow anyway. I'll be excited to get the swap of the postcards done and out to you guys so you have happy mail coming. Most of you in the States should have them sometime next week, well before Halloween, I think. Because we've got, what, 10 days to Halloween? Yeah, you'll definitely get them before Halloween if you're in the States. I can't say that with any certainty for you international peeps. UK maybe. UK mail has been awesome lately. Canada mail, I hate to tell you Canadians, Canadian mail is maybe worse than American mail. Just saying. I got the UK mail way faster. Well, one took exactly 1 week, 7 days to get to me from UK. So, oops, I didn't get any new paint out. Let me do that really, really quick. It was this one, I'm pretty sure. I don't need a whole lot, so. Okay. And I'll use the rest of that other blue too. So yeah, with any luck, anybody who participated in the postcard swap should have their cards in their hands before Halloween. And I probably ought to go to the store and buy candy while it's available, huh? We never have I was gonna say we never have trick-or-treaters, but I'm thinking, I told you guys, I think that the house behind me had sold. I'm going to go ahead and paint over those because I'm going to paint them dark. Yeah, the house behind me sold, and I think those people may have 3 kids. So, I don't know. Maybe we will have trick-or-treaters this year. I better get some candy and keep it around, huh? Oh, and you know what? I didn't leave. These guys are going to be flying because I didn't leave the ground, and I can't pick it up now. If it turns out ugly and gross, I just won't use it. No big deal. But yeah, new neighbors, I think, have children. I heard kids out screaming the other day, and they were out in their yard. So I might have kids around, which we haven't had in a lot of years. Well, we've never had trick-or-treaters. So that might be a little weird. And they might have a dog, too. So the noises around here are going to change, which is okay with me. Like, I don't mind hearing kids outside having fun. I like that sound. I like kids out having fun in the lake. It's the complaining adults I hate. But kids out having fun, I'm all for that. And I don't really mind dogs barking unless owners just let them bark incessantly. That took a little bit longer than expected. All right, let's use some paper towel. Oh, well, it's dry. It shouldn't spread, I don't think. Okay, just for the fun of it, let's see what kind of water effects we can get just splashing water on it. Because I like that. And it might work a little bit better if the paint is a little bit drier. So who knows what we're going to end up with. And have a dry napkin available so you can fix it if it's icky. Yeah, see, we haven't had kids around here. Last one was John Schwartz, and those kids are adults with kids of their own now. So that's how long it's been since we've had kids around here. Now, on the weekends, we have a lot of kids out driving golf carts and stuff. People who are down here at their lake home or something. But to have kids live here full time, that hasn't happened in years. So yeah, it'll be interesting. See how interesting the Kiritaki works when you add water to it. I like that effect. Maybe everybody doesn't, but I really do. So I'm cool with that. And let's see how. Get out some more. Ooh, that's dark. Put some back in. Some of it's probably too wet to be doing this too, but I'll let that dry a little bit and go back over it. Brenda, you're a freaking mechanic, aren't you? I don't put air in my own tires either. We did get the compressor fixed though, so Robert can put air in tires, but yeah, I don't. I don't do much with cars. I don't think I should have to. I do the cooking. Cars are not my strong suit. The only thing about a car is when I get in and either turn the key or push the button, you better start and it better get me where I'm going. That's all I got to say about cars. Oh yeah, if you came in late, I read a whole book about I need a new butt. So I read the whole book, so you can go back and read about all the butt ideas. All right. That's probably going to be good enough for the background. I do like the water drops. I like them a lot. This one I'm going to, well, no, it's not wet enough. I'm good. I can go ahead and at least get the yellow on the on the leaf. Just a little wet, not very wet. If it starts puking out into the sky, I'm going to be mad and I'm going to yell at myself. Oh, there's some blue that I'm going to have to go back in and add, but that's no big deal because there's nothing blue around it. So, yeah, it'll be okay. Meaning I don't have to match anything. So if I need to, I will send these out with the postcards. I think we should have enough extras, but last night in bed, I started worrying that what if I don't have enough? And then some people get 5 and some people get 4. Blah, 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 blah. That's how my brain works. Paint, don't be puking out into the sky for real, Tina. Thanks, Dorothy. Hi, by the way. I'm at least going to get the base coat on. And then the rest of it you can envision, right? Right. Oops. I like to do the face before I do the body. The nice thing about getting at least the base down is I won't have to mix more of this paint. I wonder what happened with my camera when I started. That you guys couldn't see it. Because on my end, it looked like it was fine. So I wonder what did that. You think that's another StreamYard issue, Dee Dee? Because it corrected itself after I restarted the computer and came back. So probably wasn't a StreamYard issue. Maybe I just needed to clean up my computer. I don't know. Weird, though. And I hope it doesn't happen again. Because I immediately start thinking, oh, I could go take a nap. Isn't that crazy that when you know you can't take a nap, that's the only thing you want to do? I never take a nap. Well, rarely. Almost never. So why is that the first thing I think of? And if I want to go back, I have to put the white back in his eye. Just use a white pen. I'm not a purist, believe me. I have any of that little bit of red left. Let's go ahead and do his blush while it's wet. This Fabriano paper's been okay too, so not unhappy with it. I've used it before. This isn't the first time I've ever used it. But I forget which ones I like and which ones I'm not crazy about. Give them little red noses because it's cold outside. Naps are the time when you can dream and leave the reality of life. I love sleep. I do too. You really don't think it was connected, but why would it? I don't know. I don't know. Don't know. All right, I'm going to go ahead and clean up that little bit of blue right there. While I'm thinking about it, give it time to dry. And I'll work on the leaf real quick. Thanks, Tina. Looks like they're windsurfing. Yeah. Why not? It's what mice do in their free time. Ew, big old long hair. Ugh. All right, here's the brown. Yeah. And this is what I used for the base of the mice. These images are definitely small to be watercoloring. Now I can't go near that stomach or I'll pull that pink up into his body, so I'll leave that for a minute. I think I will pick up some of the excess paint though. All right, well, at least we got the base coat done. I'll come back and do the details probably after dinner. Kind of see what they're going to look like. These are definitely going to be dark brown, I think. I think they're acorns. I don't really know what they are. And that brown, that Crayola brown that I picked up, I think is going to be really good color to do the shading on that. It's been a really good one to do shading on the mice for sure. I think I got carried away there though. Now you could just sit and dink with this probably for pretty much ever. All right. An Instapot. Cranberries. What are you guys doing talking about cranberries? Holly leaves. Oh, are those holly leaves and berries? Oh man, Judy, I goofed up. Judy is correct. I was thinking they were oak leaves. They look like oak leaves to me, but I think you're right, Judy, that this isn't a fall stamp. It may be a Christmas stamp. Are these also Holly leaves? Nah, those are oak leaves because they don't have any balls. Judy, I think you are so right. I think I goofed up. Dude. Oh, well, they are what they are now. I am not buying any more kitchen gadgets. Dee Dee's saying they're cranberries. Okay. Forgot to put anything out. Yeah. I don't know. We're probably going to have leftovers. I have some leftover chicken, so that's probably as good as it's going to get. And I'll make some mashed taters. When all else fails, if you have fresh potatoes, you can always make mashed potatoes because it takes a very short time, little effort. So it's a maple leaf on that one. Okay, well, see, I don't know anything about it. Okay, apparently all leaves look alike then. I did them the way I wanted. How you like that? Your holly tree has white berries. Okay, maple leaves. Maple leaves would have more red in them, right? We had a silver maple in our yard in Colorado, and that was the prettiest tree. I wonder if it's still there. Probably is. Well, we just took out a maple across the street here. It was always so pretty in the fall. I'm adding some red for you guys. But yeah, it started messing with the sewer line, so they had to take it out. But that was so pretty in the fall. Oh, that tree was gorgeous. Not anymore. There's one left. And oak leaves are actually pretty flippin' boring, if you ask me. All right, now I want to add some of that brighter yellow. Which one did I add it to? This one? I think so. Oh, well, that's the one it's going in now. I like the leaves a little bit brighter. Everything else is going to have to wait till after it dries. Okay, you guys. To those who participated in the postcard swap, thanks a lot. I promise I will get those right out. And I'm really, really happy that we had so much participation. And I hope you like what you get back. So, yeah. So thanks, you guys. Those leaves could be holly leaves and the balls could be berries. Yeah, that I think Judy was right. Chicken chili, that sounds good. So, okay, you guys. Hope you had fun. I appreciate you hanging out with me. I will add quotes to these, and some of you may get them in the swap. And I definitely will see you at Dee Dee's on Wednesday and probably at Kathy and Colleen's tomorrow because I don't think I have to go anywhere. So I'll have some time. And totally appreciate you guys. You right, Kat? It was amazing participation. So, all right, you guys, go have a fun afternoon and try and be kind. I try. All right, you guys. Love you. See you later. Bye.